There is snow out in Saranac. What the heck? I'm on my way in, meet up with the guys, drop off the truck, and try and get some more fall cleanups, snow plowing customers, organize the work orders, emails, marketing, all that fun stuff. The guys are obviously going to be out working, doing some different jobs. We're starting a stair installation as well as a lot of other bigger jobs. So big week. Can't believe there's snow on the ground. This is crazy. Alrighty guys, so I am kind of an idiot and I forgot my laptop at Desiree's house. So now I have to drive 20 something minutes out there and then 20 something minutes back. So about an hour of my day shot, but we're not gonna worry about that. And then another 20 minutes back out there later. But in 20 minutes that I did coming in, 2 hours of my day. But again, we're not gonna worry about that. Good news is I got pre-approved for a mortgage. So it's not a guarantee pre-approval, but I did get kind of, I don't know, it's pre-approved, but it's not a guarantee that they're gonna loan me money. Anyways, it's for $150,000. I mean, it is really exciting, but $150,000 isn't a ton of money. But nonetheless, it's enough hopefully to buy a place. So that's exciting. And I got one place that I've been looking at. It's in Peru. It's a fixer-upper, but it's listed at $100,000, and it doesn't need as much work as a lot of these other places that are going up for sale. And these other places are going up for sale for like $250,000, and they need a lot of work. So this one's $100,000, and it needs work, but it all is stuff that I can do. I gotta go look at it, obviously, but from the description, they said the foundation's in good shape, which is really all I care about. I mean, if the roof's in bad shape, that's can be an issue, but I can do a roof, flooring, drywall, that stuff. Electrical, plumbing, I don't know. I need to get help with, but that's all stuff I can figure out. I'm like not afraid of that stuff. Foundations though, I stay away from. If it's got a bad foundation, I don't want anything to do with it. But yeah, hopefully I can go take a look at that bad boy and put an offer in, because I think it's a great opportunity. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Happy Tuesday. Today, I actually got up the earliest I've been up in a long time. I got up at 4:30. I organized all the work orders, made sure they had videos, they were clear, the addresses were correct. And then I worked on my marketing, went through the list of people for the fall cleanup, kind of tried to work my brain around how to do that. I need to structure my marketing lists better and campaigns, I guess, and just marketing in general. But I worked on that, updated my email list, and posted a Facebook video, and I still have to process some estimates, but got a decent amount done. Now I'm heading to the shop, but before I head there, I gotta look at a property for mowing, surprisingly enough. It's only gonna be one cut this year, but I'm gonna go take a look at that and then go to the shop and yeah, drop the truck off, help the guys get set up, and that'll be that. Alrighty guys, so here's a quick reason why communication is key. Communication solves like pretty much just so many issues. Wow, my camera's so dirty. Anyways, it solves so many issues. My dad's been scheduling and he's been doing a great job, but I was looking at the schedule and I thought, so this is our schedule here. You can put stuff like at the top, and then there's all this stuff that's scheduled like throughout the week. This is the week. And I was looking up here, I thought he had all these work orders scheduled for Wednesday. And I was looking at all these and I'm like, hey, I think you overloaded it. And he was talking to me thinking I was trying to micromanage him, but I'm like, I'm looking at the budgeted hours and I'm like, this doesn't make sense. But it was actually scheduled very correctly. He just put it on Wednesday at the top there, because Wednesday night he's going to go through and schedule next week. So yeah, it's all good. Just a little bit of communication and that was cleared up. I've been wondering about that for the past couple days. Communication. Guys are on site. Trimming this bad boy, and she is pretty big. Oh yeah, it's a big girl. Alrighty guys, sorry the lighting's bad, but today was a good day. I got up early, got a lot done, sent out an email blast. More people signed up for fall cleanups, but I really got to be hammering the snow. And I think my next focus is going to have to be getting our trucks sold. I want to sell, we have 2 older trucks, selling those and then getting one reliable plow truck. We just talked to a guy, we put an ad up on Indeed, so we're gonna get some more plow truck drivers, and we got a decent amount of traveling. I think it's gonna make sense. Trade those 2 trucks in, get 1 good truck, and then have 2 guys out in the plow trucks doing that, far out stuff, maybe some stuff in the city, and then have Bill in the loader, my dad as a backup, Jamie doing sidewalks, I'll be in the tractor doing the city. And I would really like to see us get another tractor and have somebody else in the city. The question with that is, are we gonna have enough properties to do that? And are we gonna put a snowblower on it? Jacob can run the tractor. We're probably gonna have to get another plow truck and another tractor, and I'm just gonna hammer the advertising. The direct mail letters came in, so we should hopefully be hearing back on those. I gotta put the door hangers out. The snow markers are being created and the yard signs are coming in. So, and I still have more reach outs to do. So I gotta hammer reach outs, get those trucks sold, buy a new one, and probably buy a tractor too. And I'm also trying to get a house, which is a decent amount. Looked at some houses today. They all need some work, but I'm only qualified for $150,000. I can get a loan that allows me to buy a house plus some of the repair costs. So my goal is to get something that needs some work, something where I can do a lot of the work myself, where I can pay some guys to help me for a decent price and add some value. That way I can get a decent deal, create some equity. A lot of things to work on. I'm gonna plan to get up early again tomorrow and probably start looking at some trucks and really get my strategy ready for selling those trucks and getting another one. So getting a bunch of customers, get as many as I can. Good morning, guys. Another successful day, waking up early.
Nice.
Feels great. Today is actually beautiful out compared to the last few days. So hoping this evening to figure out the plowing routes. So that way we can figure out if we want a plow truck or a tractor or both. Other than that, I'm going to be working on hopefully finishing up some text messages. I'm going to blast out a bunch of text messages for fall cleanups and plowing, maybe make some phone calls as well. I was able to sign some more people up with the email blast that I sent out yesterday. Keep hammering those, and also put out some door hangers. I think my yard sign might come in, it's either today or tomorrow, so we'll see. Text messages and probably door hangers. Today'd be a good day for door hangers. It's nice out, so that's the plan. I already did some estimates this morning, emails, a little bit of research, some expenses. We got the ball rolling already, baby. All right, so we're gonna be doing a cleanup. Any perennial is gonna be getting cut down, as long as weeds. Any of the bigger weeds we're gonna pull or cut. The smaller stuff we'll go through at the end and spray. But along this fence here, we'll weed whack everything. There is some lilies in here, so don't weed whack those, but those will get cut right low to the ground. But weed whacking that fence so that grass isn't growing there. These lower branches, these guys coming out, take the pole saw and cut those, get those out of here. This fence line right here, all these crazy weeds growing out, like this branch here, cut all this just right low to the ground. And if anything, honestly, trim this back a bit. Yeah, all these guys sticking out will cut right back. These vines, pull these off the fence. This hydrangea will shape up as best we can. There is a weed popping out of there, so cutting that down at the base. All these black-eyed Susans, these are all perennials. Cut that right to the ground. Again, we got this vine here, pulling that out of there. We got some more beds here, a couple lilies. So cutting those lilies to the ground, more black-eyed Susans, pulling any weeds. Any of the larger weeds in here, what we should do is just take a weed whacker, cut them, blow them out, rake it up, and then whatever little bit is left, we'll spray. After we spray, we'll put down pre-emergent, and near this wood pile, weed whacker, cutting that, cut that sucker. And then there's a little bit more right here, and then I'll move to the front, trimming this burning bush. I think that hydrangea's okay. I would just trim it off the house, and then this gate can come out, but this all just needs to be cut right down, weeds and perennials, and then weed whack the bits of grass. cut these little suckers out that are near the deck. And then go take a look at the front. The front is mostly shrub. All right, this side, it's mostly shrubs, trimming the shrubs. Perennials we're cutting down, so like all these guys are perennials. That's all grass. Weed whack that the best you can, otherwise just spray it. Give them a nice weed whacking along the edge here, just to make those look good. And then trimming this as best as we can. This guy we can't take too much off. Looks like it'll just look pretty bare. These lilies, cutting those down. That's a hydrangea, that's fine. Leave that. Everything else, trim. There's smaller weeds growing in here. If they're growing inside of a plant like that juniper, pull them by hand. Otherwise, you can try and use the weed whacker, although I probably wouldn't because these are pretty big pieces of mulch. Just spray it. And then put down the preventative and we're good. And trim the suckers off the bottom of that guy. And that's it. All right, so we're gonna do a couple line items here. One of them is gonna be for a yard cleanup. We're gonna have trimming of some cedars, and then we're also gonna do cleaning of a tree line. And then a fourth thing is actually cleaning up this fence line. I am gonna talk to the neighbor and see if we can come in and actually just get rid of all of this and dig it up. So there's the fence line here. If we did come in with, say, an excavator and dig all this up, there are some big roots. We'd want to really try and pull that fence out of there, and we would have to grind some of these stumps. I don't know that we would be able to fully dig them out with the excavator. You can see all the stumps here. So one price to completely erase this, and also another price to just clean it up. In the meantime, there's a fence there, so if you're using a chainsaw, don't run into the fence. Cut everything you can, and also cut the tops down. So that's one separate line item. Then we have the yard cleanup, which would include this area, just cutting everything down. There's couple woody guys. Cut those as low as you can without getting in the dirt. Everything else, these are all perennials and other weeds. Take a hedge trimmer, cut them right low to the ground and rake it out. Same thing with these guys. Cut everything out of there, everything out of here. Can move this raised bed and then cut everything down here. You'll need a weed whacker as well for that. And then you'll need cutting this area down. They like the variegated, the ground cover. So cutting everything else that's sticking up out of here. And that would conclude the yard cleanup section. We have this other tree line, and what we'd be doing here is just cutting everything back so it's off the driveway. There is a fence there, so I would cut everything right to that fence. You can see there's a decent amount, and cutting up as high as you can. Yeah, so there'd be a lot coming out of here. We're also right on Cornelia, so you could get a trailer in here. You'd want the dump truck. But yeah, cutting this whole tree line back to the fence as high up as we can. And then the final thing are these cedars. Shaping them, taking off as much as we can, and then lowering those tops. I would lower those tops to about, this is the smallest guy. I'd go about there, all the way over. Bring a step ladder, maybe the scaffolding, snip the top, and then other than that, a general shaping. And then this walkway, get everything out of the walkway so someone can easily walk through. I would also take the chainsaw and any of these dead guys that are already cut, just cut them right back to the trunk. And then there's this other walkway here, cutting this back so it's not in the way of the walkway. This area might be hard to, I mean, you can try and trim it your best to get it out of the walkway. It might be good to talk to the homeowner and see if how bad they want this open. If we can do the same thing over here and just cut it right back to the tree. But I do know they like the privacy from the busy road. So for now, trim it. But if you can confirm with the customer that they do want that, then go ahead and do that. That's it. All right, so we got a few things to finish up here. This hosta, we got to finish getting all the leaves from there. The grass here, trim this up some more. Maybe even cut it a little bit lower if we can. Also, do some raking. Make sure we got all the clippings out of the beds and just finish doing a little bit of raking along the edge. This juniper, he actually wants this completely out of here. So pull this guy or dig it up completely. He doesn't want this juniper here at all. Yep, so get rid of all that. And we have 2 more hostas back here to clean up. One there, another one there. And then the green in there's the light blue grass and then the dark green. Pull all the dark green out of there. And then back here, we have to finish pulling all the grass out of here. We gotta pull the grass out of there. So yeah, all this grass we gotta pull out. Pull all of it out. Try using the hula hoe. And then, yep, some more grass over here, pulling all that out. All this little stuff, if we can't get it, we could come back and spray it, but I would say try and pull all that. Alright guys, I just realized I don't think I got any video footage yesterday, so I apologize for that. In this whole week, I've just been working on getting estimates out to people, reaching out, trying to get people signed up for fall cleanups and snow removal. Our schedule is currently slammed. This has got to be the most fall cleanups we've ever had. Yard signs came in yesterday. Banner came in. We're going to get the banner set up on the trailer, and I'm going to put I got 10 yard signs I'm going to put out for snow plowing and fall cleanups. And I'm going to continue to reach out to customers and get as many fall cleanups as we can. I'm going to get the GoPro set up again this year so I can get some footage of that. And yeah, the guys they've been working away, but I think I'm going to have to get in the field and work with them because we are like slammed on work orders. And we're in a race with snow right now. I think it's like borderline snowing where I'm at right now. I'm in pretty high elevation, but anyways, other than that, I also have to order a tractor and a truck. And I think I already mentioned this, but trying to buy a house, looking at some places, and I'm in a pickle because if I get a house, it's gonna hurt I have to purchase a tractor and a truck, and I need a safety net of money in my bank account for the business just to be a responsible and safe owner. And a lot of stuff can go wrong with a business, and I don't want to go bankrupt. So there's a lot of things competing for money right now. So I want to buy a house and I need a truck and a tractor. So it's pretty much between the business and my personal life. And I've been delaying my personal life, which I'm okay with, but you know, at what point do you step out of your comfort zone and maybe make a big purchase, for home? I don't know. Hardcore people will tell you just grind, don't stop grinding, live in a box forever, and do it that way. And I get the argument for obviously saving your money and having your money work for you. But at some point, the whole reason, at least for me, I went into business is for freedom of my time and mostly the freedom of my time. So I want to be able to purchase things. It's like you work in your business and you make sacrifices in your business for freedom, but sometimes you get so caught up in the sacrifices that you never enjoy the freedoms. So where's that line? I don't know. And something I got to figure out, but we'll see. Hopefully I can win the lottery or grow the business a lot, and then I can buy a house and then also buy and grow the business.